Hello children, welcome to my class Metals and Non-Metals Part 2. Already I told you it is a foundation class for class 8th and 9th. In our previous class in Part 1, we studied the physical properties of metals and non-metals. In this session, we will study the chemical properties of metals and non-metals. Let us study the chemical properties of metals. The first chemical property is reaction with oxygen. How do the metals react with oxygen? We will do an activity to observe this reaction. Metals react with oxygen and give metallic oxide. Let us do an activity. Children, today we will learn the chemical properties of metals and non-metals. The first chemical property is reaction of metals with oxygen. Reaction of metals with oxygen. To do this activity, the materials needed are a magnesium ribbon, a small magnesium ribbon, a piece of magnesium ribbon, tongs, these tongs, we use tongs to hold the magnesium ribbon. Next, spirit lamp and matchbox, water and test tube. Shall we do this activity? Before starting the experiment, take the spirit lamp and light the spirit lamp with the matchstick. Hold the magnesium ribbon with the help of the tongs. Observe the changes that takes place. Magnesium ribbon burns with dazzling white light. You observe this one. Collect these ashes of burnt magnesium ribbon in a test tube. What I did, I took a small piece of magnesium ribbon and burned with the help of the spirit lamp. Magnesium reacts with atmospheric oxygen present in the atmosphere. I collected the white ash. This white ash is magnesium oxide. So, with this experiment, we can say that metals react with oxygen and give metallic oxides. This is the way how to lit up the spirit lamp. Children, I burned the magnesium ribbon and I collected the ashes of magnesium ribbon. You will find white ashes. What I am doing, I am adding some water. See this magnesium oxide, this metallic oxide is soluble in water. It is partially soluble in water. Observe this one. It is not readily soluble. You have to shake it. Observe this one. Now, this is the red litmus paper. Children, this is the red litmus paper. I am testing this solution with the red litmus paper. Observe the changes. What changes you will find? Once again, observe this. Do you find any color change? Is the change is taking place? Do you find any color change? You find any color change? Once again, see this. See, observe this one. It is slowly turning to blue. Children, observe this one. Red litmus paper turned to blue. So we can say that this solution is basic in nature. What is that? Basic in nature. So metals burn in the presence of oxygen to give metallic oxides. When metallic oxides are dissolved in water, you will get hydrates, concerned bases, magnesium hydroxides, you will get hydroxides. So this solution is basic in nature. Are you clear about that one? So with this experiment, we can say that metallic oxides are basic in nature. They are basic in nature. Reaction of non-metals with oxygen. How do the non-metals react with oxygen? To observe this one, we have to do an activity. To conduct that activity, what are the materials needed? Let us discuss the materials that are needed to conduct this lab activity. The materials required to do this activity: sulfur powder, spirit lamp, deflagrating spoon or spatula, blue litmus papers, test tubes and test tube holder, and water. What are the materials required? Sulfur powder, spirit lamp. In this activity, we will find what happens if non-metals react with oxygen. To do this activity, what are the materials I need? See this one, sulfur powder. Observe this one, sulfur is yellow color. Okay, yellow powdery substance. It is a non-metal. So I have taken a non-metal. Take some sulfur powder in a spatula. Lit the spirit lamp. What I am doing? I am burning sulfur. Observe the changes that are taking place while burning. See this. Now the sulfur powder is burning. Don't inhale the gases evolved. Observe this. Observe this. You can clearly find the burning of sulfur. Sulfur burns in the presence of oxygen to give a poisonous gas known as sulfur dioxide. Never inhale sulfur dioxide gas. Okay, now what I am doing? I am collecting these gases in a test tube. See this? Observe this. You will find sulfur dioxide gas inside the test tube. You will find white fumes. Okay, they are nothing but sulfur dioxide. What I am doing? I am dissolving this sulfur dioxide gas. Observe this one. Still you will find some fumes. Sulfur dioxide is soluble in water. So when sulfur dioxide gas is dissolved in water, what is formed? Sulfurous acid is formed. Sulfurous acid is formed. So, non-metals bond in the presence of oxygen and give non-metallic oxides. Non-metallic oxides. Let us test with the litmus paper. Litmus paper. I have taken some paper. See this? I am testing the solution with the blue litmus paper. Observe this. Blue litmus paper turned to red. Turned to red. So, with this experiment, we can say that the solution is acidic in nature. Acids turn blue litmus to red. Blue litmus to red. Are you clear about that one? So, with this experiment, we can say that non-metals burn in the presence of oxygen and give non-metallic oxides. They give acids when they are dissolved in water. So, with this experiment, we can say that these non-metallic oxides are acidic in nature. Acidic in nature. So, how can you say that they are acidic in nature? When non-metallic oxides are dissolved in water, when you test the solution with the litmus paper, blue litmus paper turns to red. So, with this we can say that acids are formed.